Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the Beach Court Podcast. We got a good one for you today. It has been a busy day in the Pokemon community and week. We got a lot of news this week, but today we got some massive news about Ascended Heroes. We'll talk about that, of course. Parker and I are going to talk about our unfortunate luck at the Cup this weekend while we get to celebrate Maddox's top 64 finish in Merida. So we'll highlight all of those tournaments. We'll talk about the results of the Merida Regional Championships, the Birmingham Regional Championships, and the Auckland Regional Championship, or special event. Auckland, yeah. Of course, I'll have my fun trivia segment where I try and stump Parker and Maddox and see if we can get them this week. And then lastly, we'll talk about another rule change from Pokemon related to end-of-round procedures. Pokemon has made some changes again mid-season. And of course, wrap it up with Crispin's Corner, where we'll find out who was cooking at tournaments this weekend. We'll pick some decks from Birmingham and Merida and put them up against each other. We don't have a lot of lists from Auckland, so we can't do that. And there was only 100 players, so there's probably no spicy list. It's fine. Yeah, we're back. We're back, boys. How was your weekend? Maddox, how was your travels? Any snow?
No snow this weekend, right? I mean, tale of two climates, right? I mean, Toronto the weekend before, terrible weather, snow, like huge jackets. And in Mexico, it's like I just got a backpack. All I need to bring are like 2 pairs of shorts and like 4 t-shirts, and we're good to go. Brought out the linen shirts. It's funny. I was talking to one of the locals, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's actually been a little bit cooler this week than in the past few weeks, while the high was like 90. So very nice. While everyone else all over the country is freezing. I know a lot of people had trouble getting back from Merida, just due to all the travel, the weather and travel issues. Fortunately, Mexico to Florida was a pretty smooth travel, so I was able to make it home unaffected. And yeah, I had a good time. We had a lot of good food. Of course, I had the good finish in Merida, the top 64. You love to see. And then also even like explored and had some good pieces.
Yeah, Max, that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, the weather seems really nice down in Mexico, and here in Florida, it's going to snow this weekend, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, listen, in Florida, it's cold. So, we're whining about like our 30-degree weather, but it's actually like significantly colder everywhere else. So I know some friends were like, yeah, I almost had a tree explode onto my car, like hang in there,
what
everyone.
Is that? Do they just like freeze and blow up?
Yeah, there's something sciencey there
water
for sure.
Inside them that freezes and just expands, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
If you know, drop a comment below and let us know the science on it.
Yeah. Funny thing with Mexico too, the event was a lot bigger than like Merida last year. Again, like the community like in Mexico loves to show up for these tournaments. It was awesome to see. Visited the vendors. I actually picked up a few like Spanish cards kind of just for fun. I actually traded with a few of my opponents my English hollow stamped earthen vessels for Spanish hollow stamped earthen vessels. That was a fun little bit.
Did you play them in your deck?
Yeah, I'm in Mexico, so I played them in my deck like rounds 3 until 14. So I also opened some Spanish prismatic evolutions because it was for a deal. I got you all a couple cards. Parker, I know you always like snacking, so I got you Mochi Candena, reverse hollow, the binding Mochi. Also this one's funny because like it's Pokemon Tool at the top, but like it's Pokemon, or it's Heramentia Pokemon. It's like there's like whole block of like text instead of just Tool.
Okay.
And then Eric, I also got you a card, one of your favorites. I pulled a Corrin, so I pulled this for you to have back at home. A Spanish version of Carmine.
I cannot wait to burn that card. I'm so excited.
Anyone knows is
Carmine.
Eric's card that is not like. Nice. But anyways, I pulled the one hit I get to keep is a Spanish Noivern EX. Right. Other than that, pretty unimpressive. No Spanish Umbreons, unfortunately.
No Master Ball, no Pokeballs.
No, not literally none of that. Just regular old cards.
You really got the one charismatic or whatever they call it these days.
But it was only 90 pesos for a pack, which was about like $4. So okay, $4 for prismatic. All right, sure. So and I'll tell you all more about the run. But I know that y'all had some intense games of your own going on at the Woki Poke Cup this past weekend.
Parker, tell us all about your awesome cup run this weekend and whatever else you did this weekend.
I mean, like, it stinks, but like, I don't know. My luck's been down recently. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, whatever. But
Parker didn't know what to play, man. He was really struggling.
I don't know. Yeah, sort of. I wanted to play Terror Box. So I was like, Woki Poke. They're gonna be playing like the more, like Gholdengo kind of decks. I felt like so. I was like, Terror Box has a pretty good matchup into that. But I wanted Iron Leaves because like someone plays Art and Grim too. So I was like, Oh, but I couldn't find the Iron Leaf, so I was like, oh, whatever. So I'll just go Dragapult Dusknoir. And yeah, round one, I hit a pretty good. I guess he's played on and off. Like his son like wants to go hard now. So he was playing Absol Box. It was like a
Yeah.
pretty close game. Like I kind of like had it like the whole time, but like it was close.
The matchup's so grindy. It's
It
tricky.
is,
Yeah, it's a very grindy
it
matchup.
is.
Yeah.
Then I was played against Daniel Tanny, who's like another good Jax player. And my hand is 2 Pokemon, 2 energy, boss and counter catcher. I'm like, oh, this hand sucks. He's like, yeah, mine too. He opens Fan Rotom, Nest Balls for Terrapagos, pass. I go bench Duskull attached to my Monkey Dory, I'll pass. And he goes, all right, Dawn, get all this stuff for Candy Pidgeot, do this. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, your hand sucks. All right.
Dude, every Zard player is like, my hand sucks, bro.
I don't know what it is with people.
There was a guy next to me, like, he's like, my hand sucks. He showed me his hand. He's got Fan Rhythm active and 2 Dawn in his hand. I'm like, bro, you're chilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I say with Matt Backness, of course, who got top 16 with Pichu in Zard and Merida, and afterwards he played a Dawn Zard, and I'm like sequencing hands Sunday night, just being like, okay, let me try this deck. And like I like never opened Buddy Poffin. I'm like, dude, this is awful. I have to like Nest Ball for like Fan Rotom just to get going, and then like I don't have any Zards down. Like, I don't know. I wasn't drawing the stuff with that deck personally. I feel like you have to open Buddy Poffin and get like Mander Fan Rotom, or else you're just like behind.
I mean, sure.
I mean, with my opening, I don't know if any deck
You got
would be
Fan Rotom
behind.
to attack early, bro. It's fine.
Yeah, his Fan Rotom took
With
like
what? Well, I need to quick search for the fire, and like, how am I getting into the active? Like, we're not playing
You
Latias.
got
Like, it's not that.
energy. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
If you don't open the energy, I don't know, man.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a rough game.
Yeah.
So whatever, it happens. And then I played against Matthew. I forget his last name. I think it's like Mahon or Mihon or something. And if you're watching this, I want you to come out every single Thursday to Cool Stuff because you are so good at Pokemon. But he was playing Zoroark, and we had an awesome game, like a really awesome game. Like we passed back and forth like 6 times, like just setting up.
It's the most epic 0-2 matchup maybe ever.
No, yeah. Well, we were both 1-1.
It was a 1-1. He won his
Oh,
first
yeah.
one.
Oh,
He ended up making, or he lost the Bolt in top.
He lost.
That's like a
Ah, yeah.
90-10 match.
There was like at the end of the cup ended up being like a lot of Grim at the top and a lot of Bolt. So the Bolts just like farmed the Grims, and then like the Guardy just like farmed the Bolt.
Shout out Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
Chris.
Chris.
Hey, Guardy's gotten away with many tournament wins with that, right? Just sneaks in the top cut. Everyone else takes each other out, right? Think Worlds, right? Like, oh, hey, like, man, Piper be tough to beat. Like, oh, Piper lost randomly to the Raging Bolt. Like, all right, cool, thanks. Like,
Yeah. There was a lot of Grim on Grim, and we'll talk about Grim in a little bit. So, yeah, my cup. Obviously, I played Maridon because I'm working on that list for a while. And the night before, one of my good friends texted me, was like, "Yo, you got any Ignition energies?" And I'm like, "Crap, I know exactly what deck that's going into." I bring him the Ignition
Ninja.
energies.
surely it's 41 person cup. Surely you wouldn't hit him, so don't worry about that.
It's fine. Just dodge. Round 1 paired into him. And I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? And everyone's like, yeah, you just squawk and you motivate him. Yeah, great. I know that. Thank you. I squawked into like 5 energy and the Ultra Ball. I was like, okay, great. Have a good game.
You're just squawking to you right there.
I mean, it was just my hand was dead after that. It was cooked. So, and then I don't even remember what happened the rest of it, but it was just chalked from the start. I don't know. I posted about it. Whatever. I digress. It wasn't my tournament, and I'll be back this weekend. We got a cup locally. If you're listening to this in one of our locals, we have a cup at Coliseum of Arlington on Saturday. I'll be judging at noon.
Yeah, but it's all good, guys. I also had a rough start to my tournament weekend.
Yeah, I saw yours, and I was very nervous for you yet again. And I have a question for you.
Sure.
Can you do me a favor? Can you
Probably
change
not,
your
but-
morning routine, bro? Like something has got to change.
So it's funny. I did the math. Just looking at like the 4 major events I went to this season. And in the first 4 rounds of day 1, I'm 6, 7, and 3. And then for the last 4 rounds, I'm 9, 2, and 1. So something about locking in the last few rounds has been working well for me. But anyways, in Merida, I did start 0-2. I hit Matt Chong, an American. It was actually funny. I mean, shout out Matt. He so his flight from I forget exactly where, but I think from Houston to like Mexico City. Some part of it got delayed, and eventually like he got to Merida like an hour late. He was supposed to get in. He was supposed to get in the night before. He was supposed to get in like 7:30 and readjusted, and it turns out like he like ran in like 2 minutes late. So I was like, okay, well,
tournament started late.
Yeah, tournament started like way late. Tournament started like after 9.
He was like, I'm gonna miss round 1 completely, and then because the tournament started late, he made it.
Exactly. Yeah. So shout out Matt Chong. So he sprinted in, and Oren all just like completely 0-2 ran over me. And also shout out Matt, who was late for the first round of day 2.
Also won.
And still won. So he ended up with top 32 finish. So shout out Matt for a good run there. Yeah, we finished with the same match points. He bubbled in. I did not bubble in. So he's got too much aura. So shout out Matt. But anyways, yeah, so again, started 0-2, lost to a Jelly Guardy after that in like a long set. But Jose was a cool opponent. Glad to have met him. Talked to him some on Sunday as well. So from there I'm like, all right, I'm gonna focus in. I had some like good mental practice and some things that I liked to help keep me focused, get my energy back in Toronto after my 1-1-2 start, and was able to still win like 6 in a row after that type of thing. So then here I was like, all right, hey, got to win 5 here, plan to win 6 in a row, and I can do that. I can take a tie along the way if I have to. So lock in, win 4 in a row, get paired into Rahul ready. So that was, not someone I'm, necessarily wanting to get paired into at X2.
No.
But knew that I was like, okay, I knew that I had the stuff to beat him. If I needed to, I was told he was playing Chow Guardy. So, he talks about it on his channel as well. So since Chow Guardy is just a strictly like unfavored matchup for our deck, I was advised by coaches in the team, like, hey, just offer the ID, see if he takes it. So offered the ID. I didn't take it. I didn't really expect him to. I lose a 20-minute game 1. I win a 20-minute game 2. There isn't really any good gentlemen's that we can kind of come to entering game 3. So we just kind of agree to like, all right, we'll just, play and see if anyone's able to like, run away with the game type of thing. Both of us set up normally. So we just kind of took the tie there. And then won the winning in, get back to 5-2-1. And then from there, I'm still in contention. I know if I win 5, then I can still make it to top cut. If I go like 4-0-1, then I have, I think I'm maybe 32 or 16 is locked. I lose the first one, unfortunately, to Jorge Salas, a great player from Chile, I believe. So he's been playing for a while. It's a Chile Guardy. Kind of still a trickier matchup, even though we have some text for it. So he won a close set there. And fortunately was able to run the table after that. So kind of cleaned up my last 4. Had some close moments, had some blowout moments, and that's just kind of Pokemon. So, but yeah, I mean, it felt good to run back the same list as Toronto. I was playing Gholdengo, of course, with the Rocks package and kind of the same build that we played in Toronto with the Iona Watchtower. What is funny is I did not hit a single Charizard over my run. So like the Iona Watchtower is like mainly for Charizard and helps you feel pretty good into that. Did not Watchtower itself really did not come up against any opponents except my winning in to day 2. I played against a Raging Bolt where the Watchtower did a lot of work. But other than that, sometimes it's just nice to have like a copy, like a stadium that is just this state. Like if the stadium just said this stadium is not Artisan, like that would be good enough in some case situations. Yeah. Like you want to like get rid of Artisan, especially in Mirror. Like Iono get rid of Artisan in Mirror is like so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so felt good about the list. And of course, I know we'll talk about it later, but my buddy Josh Frink, who created the list, he did finish 3rd at Merida with the event with the same list. So felt good about that. Knew I was on the right call. Probably could have played some better moments, right? It's just those Jelly Guardian matchups that I lost. I was a little more practiced in those. It's kind of a complex matchup. I think all those did go to 3 games. Well, sorry, the one was a 1-0. Sure. But they did go to 3 games. So I think those are some games I wish I had back type of thing. If I was a little more comfortable in that matchup, then maybe I'm able to win one or two of these, and then put me in a spot to made a little bit of a deeper run. But anyways, first 64 since Worlds, so just kind of getting back into the groove. And looking forward to my March events from there. Yeah,
it's a good finish no matter what. I mean, what's your next event?
Plan next one is Puerto Rico. Not gonna lie, once we talk about this next topic, part of me was thinking about, hey, do I ever just try to go to EUIC? There's a registration that's opening day this episode of the podcast comes out, so I'm probably not going to register. Now I've just thought about it for a few hours today, but it was definitely a thought in my mind. So Puerto Rico and Houston in March, Orlando in April, and after that, it's like maybe Indianapolis and then New Orleans for NEIC. So playing events. I also posted on my Twitter. I made a blog post just kind of thinking about some of my thoughts about kind of my competing season, kind of since Worlds, how I've been feeling about the game and trying to find the right balance. So I think that is kind of driving me where I'm really trying to say, hey, I want to go to events that I feel good about competing at, where I feel prepared for, where I've had time to enjoy preparing for them. So that's kind of my plans for the season there. And again, you know, I aspire to go to many more tournaments where I feel excited about playing Pokemon. And yeah, love traveling and like meeting folks all over. So great to meet so many great players and cool people. You know, new friends and making new friends and meeting and seeing old friends as well in Mexico. And yeah, I'll hop back to it in March.
Yeah, so I know we gotta get to the next topic, and I'll get us there in a second. But did you food? What was the food like, Merida? Did you have anything good at the venue? And did you go back to our same like restaurant with the whole celebration at night?
Yeah. So we did go to the mariachi restaurant. No, I mean, basically I was at Holiday Inn Express. So breakfast was just kind of, you know, what was the hotel breakfast. Lunch was grilled like protein bars and whatever was in the venue. But for dinner, made sure to always eat some staple Mexican food. And actually, shout out, I forget to say, I'll have to double check back, but basically, way back in Toronto in 2023, I played against a player from Merida in Canada, right? So I'm, you know, US and Mexico both meeting for the first time in Canada. So he actually found me at this event. He was like, hey, Maddox, I don't remember our game, and like talk about it. It was a Maridon mirror. I was like, oh yeah, in game 3, you like hit 2 off a generator the last turn to KO my guy, right? So, so he was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So, but like, it was all fine, right? So, anyways, he was like, so he gave us a really cool threcommendation, Takiera's Kisa, I believe. So he went there, was there with Josh Frink as well as Jesper Eriksson. So had a, you know, third place and second place finishers of Merida. And we just had a bunch of good tacos and, you know, had my nice selection of Mexican beers between a Modelo Especial, a Corona, and Victoria.
I definitely drank a 12-pack of Modelo this weekend while watching the stream.
A 12-pack? You were feeling really locked in for Mexico.
Bro, I was having a good time. I mean, like, all day was like, it was like my day was Birmingham, and then
Merida,
and then 2 tournaments. Sorry, 2 TVs. NFL Championship Sunday plus Merida on the left. So
there you go.
I was locked in on Sunday, bro. I was locked in.
You'll love to see it.
All right, let's get to the next topic. So yeah, Pokemon has announced, and we kind of hoped / suspected that something like this was going to happen. I think as a community overall, this was kind of what we wanted. And we're talking about Ascended Heroes, of course, Mega Evolutions, Ascended Heroes. We mentioned in a previous episode that Pokemon is, they're expanding their printing sources, right? They know they have a printing problem, and they're working on solving it. So right now our sets are impacted where they've been delayed a lot. And we knew Ascended Heroes was going to be delayed, at least the Elite Trainer boxes and some of the 2-packs and some of the booster bundles. So the only thing that was supposed to come out, which is supposed to come out in 2 days or 1 day after you listen to this podcast, was it the 3-pack, Parker, or the 2-pack?
I think the 2-pack.
2-pack. So
delayed.
Well, the 3-pack was supposed to come out Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the 3-pack was supposed to come out this Friday. I think there still might be some coming out. But anyways, Pokemon has announced that to ensure players have more sufficient time to prepare for play tournaments, we're providing advance notice on upcoming adjustments to the TCG Tournament Handbook. This means the handbook has not been updated yet as of today, but there is going to be an update that comes in the future. And we'll read it when it does get updated. Pokemon TCG products will become legal for official tournament play 2 weeks following the release date of an expansion's respective booster display, booster bundle, or sleeve booster pack, whichever comes first. So booster bundles, of course, those like 3-pack or 5-pack boxes.
6-pack, yeah.
Booster display, those are the
It's a box.
Is that the box?
Booster display is a booster box.
Okay,
Dimensional booster box.
Okay, booster box. Okay, all right, and or a sleeve booster pack. So they don't mention ETB here, right? So
they do in the next.
They do in the next sentence. So sets that do not have sleeve booster packs, like special sets, will follow the same 2-week cadence based on the release date of the Elite Trainer box or booster bundle. Okay, so the Elite Trainer box applies to special sets, not main sets. And the main sets will go off the booster bundle or the booster box or the sleeve pack. So Basically what they're saying is that from here on out, from now until whenever they change it again in the future, if there's ever a delay or whatever, the legality of a set for play Pokemon tournaments will be after something big is released for that set, 2 weeks after. So that's going to affect EUIC. It's going to affect Seattle because now that Ascended Heroes is coming out, the legality for Ascended Heroes won't be until March 6th, which is after EUIC, and which is why Maddox might be going to Europe because he wants to play his Gholdengo list more. He's locked in, right? You got top 64, he day 2 Toronto, so locked in. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts?
I mean, I know obviously like in today's day and age it maybe just wasn't possible because I mean I know the prayers have been set to max like 24/7, but like I feel like this is a thing that just should have not happened.
Sure.
Like there should have just been enough products, and I don't know why they do this thing where they release, oh, we'll release 2 of the things here and 2 of the things here and 2 of the things here. Because like the booster bundles don't come out until April.
Yeah.
Like what's the point? Like the next set will already be out before the booster bundles come out.
I mean, they got print rules, right? I mean, they know what they're doing, making money.
Yeah, of course. But I was just like, why don't they just release it all at once?
Well, I think to your point, right? Like we all hope that's solved by the new the new print site, right? So they know there's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, but what's your like overall like opinion on
what they did?
On like what they did. Like, do you feel like they shouldn't have done this in this case? And just say, hey, fend for yourself. And if you get 4 Pokepads for USC, good for you. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It sucked. But I mean, like, it sucks both ways. Like, if they don't do it, then like, we have $10 Pokepads, which maybe people are okay with. But and then the way they did it, you don't have to scramble for the Pokepads, or if you wanted to play Meganium for EUIC, but now you have, if you were testing all of that stuff,
right?
All the time is now, yeah. Zoroark with Zekrom is going to be like the biggest thing that people were testing. Like, now they can't play Zekrom, so I don't know. It's a like darn if I do, darn if I don't kind of thing. But I think they did the right thing ultimately.
Yeah. I think again, what's tricky is trying to separate like this particular situation with EUIC from like the stance in general. So in my stance, right, there's a few blisters coming out. We know that there's going to be people opening the set. And there also isn't a lot of good things in the Ascended Heroes, in my opinion, competitively viable. Like Pokepad being one and Zekrom being the other. Everything else is like fringe play at best, in my opinion. There's a couple things that are like somewhat viable, but not as much so. But say like imagine, we've seen things like League Battle decks, right? Say the Stevens Metagross League Battle deck came with 1 Pokepad, and it came out, and that's the only product that came out, a month before the set, and every deck has 1 Pokepad. So like now, like, are people going to go try to buy 4 decks just to get 4 copies of Pokepad? Like we don't want that to happen. Like that's not a very fair like environment for competitive players type of thing. So I think here they're saying, hey, we're going to define, what specific releases. We basically will always put out enough quantities that it's reasonable enough for players to find the cards. So I think that as a whole, right? So again, I don't think it was necessarily a problem for Ascended Heroes. I knew that it was going to be short supply. I do think anyone going to UIC who needed Pokepads would have gotten them, or in Zekroms. I think they would have gotten them. I don't think it would have been an issue. And now again, I think in general, though, a policy like this where we're saying, hey, we're basing the legality based on like the most highly available products for access to players. So I think that's a good stance. For EUIC, again, I don't think it was a specific issue, but this was kind of the last day or couple days they could have really made this announcement.
Sure.
So I'm glad it's like the 2 weeks out where at least people now have like the 2 weeks to prepare for it. There isn't any late changes. And it's before, things are live on PTCGL. So like people are kind of like aware of this for tournament play type of thing. So I'm fine with the change. Again, it does make me consider, part of me was saying, hey, my plan with the March events was being able to have Seattle and EUIC to kind of base
Or Puerto Rico.
some of my choices off of for the March events. Now this actually ends up with Puerto Rico special event being the first event where Ascended Heroes is legal.
Now you actually have to test and practice. So.
Well, again, and that's fine for some people to do. That's something I'm trying to do less of this season and trying to like capitalize on the knowledge and use my time most effectively with that. So, again, like that change does make it a little bit interesting. But again, I'm with Parker. I think they did the right thing overall. This is a good policy change, I would say. And now that we have a clearer rule, I do feel bad for anyone who has been super preparing for UIC and now has the rug pulled out from under them, or people who are just straight up bored with the format in major events. And of course, there's always the issue now where PTCG Live, they always want you to be able to take a card off the shelf, scan it, and play with the card in the game. So I still want to allow for that. For competitive players specifically, it's just a little awkward. We've had these types of formats before, though, where we can't properly prepare for a tournament because
it hasn't been this long before. It's been like
the Barney's Grimmsnarl was in PTCGL a long time before NAIC.
That's like a battle deck. That's not a whole set.
That was a whole brand new meta archetype, dude.
That was like a new, it's like better decks of the time.
Like
people were prepared for LA and being like, this deck doesn't even exist. Like why am I hitting this on the ladder, right? So
yeah, I mean, and it's actually, I'm actually curious of your guys' opinion. So I'm gonna be guest casting and Doom on Friday again this week. So he's currently saying that he's gonna allow a set of heroes. And he already made that decision prior to today's announcement. What do you think about that? Do you think he should reconsider for online tournaments, like bigger, like, Doom is a bigger online tournament, has competitive players that play at CalCon or always wins this tournament, right? So if you were in Doom's shoes, what would you do?
I think for this Friday, like you said, Ascended Heroes, boom. I think you greenlight it, but to uphold a more competitive environment for those going to these events, maybe for the next ones, like maybe you don't do it until it's actually legal.
So you're saying do it for one and then don't allow it for the next?
I mean, like I don't know. It's
tough. It's tough.
No, it is tough. Yeah.
Hey, listen, anyone listening to this podcast probably earlier or later is tuning into a Zool streaming the new set, LDF, or someone doing something with the new set. People want to see the new set, like run the tournament new set. Now, again, I think for Doom, if you're saying, hey, maybe the 2 weeks before Seattle, since that's the area he's closest to, they want to do one that's in Seattle format. I think it's fine. It's just tournament discretion.
Yeah.
But I think people are ready to see these new cards again.
I agree.
There's some people that are going to these tournaments like, oh, wait, I want to keep the format the same. But some people are over this format and they're like, give me Pokepad, let me cook with the new stuff. Like, people are always ready to try the new things. So I think tournaments want to run to the new stuff. Like, go for it. Honestly, like, doesn't even matter. Like, just play the game the way you want to play it,
Yeah, I think their decision overall is the right decision. I do think they've had this information for long enough that they could have made this decision quicker. Is my only gripe.
I think my thing I was thinking about is maybe they knew it wasn't going to be legal for EUIC, but how far out after that? Which I think was like a valid question. Like, would I have rather them waited? Like, if they could have said last week, hey, it's not going to be legal for EUIC, we'll let you know about
they didn't have to put all this information out. Or they could have just put out the first, 2 to 3 sentences. Right? They could have said, hey, going forward, this is our stance at like 2 weeks after these things are released, right?
But then the first comment would be, is this set legal at EUIC, right?
And then,
and then the second comment would be, is this set legal at Seattle,
people
right?
Like us and Azul and everyone would have inferred it and but like I don't know, because like if it was me, right? I mean, it's January 28th. The tournament's on February 13th. I would have locked in and tested my deck by today already. Like I'd be locked in for EUIC. So if you're locked in on Enzork and now you don't have Zekrom, if you're locked in on Dragapult and now you don't have Pokepad, you're probably fine. Just you're probably fine. But if you don't have Zekrom, you're probably not fine. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What comes from it. I think it's a good change. I think we're all in agreement that like it's a change for the positive, and it's a change that we needed. So, yeah. And it's also, by the way, will affect your legal local play stores too. So all of your cups, all of your challenges until after whatever date that was, March 6th.
March 6th. Yeah.
All of those will be in the current format. So prepare accordingly. All right. Well, let's move on to the results from the tournaments this weekend, because those are the big things that we're here for. We have 3 tournaments this weekend, 2 major events, 1 special event. And we had Gholdengo get its win in Auckland. That was the first winner on the board. And then in Birmingham, we had Dragapult Dusknoir get the win. And Merida, we had Grimmsnarl, of all decks, get its first win. So in Auckland, we had Peter Lowe take it down with Gholdengo. Birmingham, we had Ethan Wild, previous guest of the Beach Court podcast, with Dragapult Dusknoir. I think, I'm pretty sure it gets his first win. I checked his Limitless. I didn't see anything else. So congrats.
Yeah, it's definitely his first regional win.
Yeah. And then Rajveer Singh, Raj, got his first win over Jesper in Merida. Thank God. I did not want to hear Jesper talk about Dragapult Charizard all day long. Like, God. Could you imagine how insufferable he'd be on Twitter? Anyways, but real talk. Did you see Henry Chow's response to Jesper on Twitter?
I did, yes. Henry Chow said any the 24 hours of gloating is ending soon. I'll have to be backed up with a money match. So
he basically said you got 24 hours to gloat, and after that you got a money match if you want to talk. I was like, you know what? Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. But yeah, Parker, you got some highlights from this weekend. I mean, we'll get into some deeper results. But what were your takeaways from the weekend?
My takeaways, if you take a look at the top 8 of this one, you'll see a very a familiar person, or not person, I guess familiar Pokemon missing from those standings. That would be Gardevoir itself. No Gardevoirs in top 8 of Merida, and then in Birmingham, there's only one. There's only one Gardevoir. So what happens?
Grim happened, bro.
Grim
obviously.
happens. Yeah.
I know Emma was eaten because there's no Guardies anywhere.
Yeah.
Emma's like, no Guardies at the top tables? Let's go. I mean, did Charizard just beat them all this week? Like Dragapult Charizards, Grim, Zoroark, Dark Dex, Mega Absol, Ford. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe.
We talked about on this podcast before, is Guardy dead? And then it comes and wins the regional. Like, it is really weird how the cyclical nature of Pokemon is, right? That like, oh, Guardy. Oh, crap. Where's this Dragapult come from? Where's this Grim come from? Yeah, so Pult third got a second place as well. Max, what about you? What are your takeaways from the weekend overall?
Yeah, again, I think from being on the ground site, right? I think the strong Gardevoir pilots losing in asymmetrical cut in Merida was kind of the standout, right? From live on the scene, Henry Chow did prize Screamtail 2 games in a row against Fernando Cifuentes, losing that. Did that cost him the regional? Maybe, maybe not. But some food for thought there. There was a bet on between Piper and Jesper to bring that set. I think Piper was decently favored, but Jesper was able to get away with it. Again, games are played over the table, of course, is not in
there was
matchup.
A bet?
So, I mean, yeah, just like a couple of the other players, just like like Henry or like Jackson Ford or folks just betting on like, oh yeah, I got 20 on Jesper, I got 20 on Piper, like type of thing like that. So
dice in the corner.
Yeah, so having some fun cheering on their friends there, putting a few bucks down. But again, like Pokemon's a tough game. It's a game of small margins to get things done, right? Runs are made and lost by getting Ionoed into a good card or getting bossed when you need it, things like that. But I mean, main takeaways from the weekend is Charizard, very, very good. Lots of people playing Zard in Europe, right? We saw lots of success in Birmingham from that. And the top Zard pilots came out to show. And of course, it took the one Dragapult Dusknoir on a good run, Ethan Wild to take them all down.
Yeah, there was 5 Charizard decks in cut over in Europe. So, I mean, I think that's no surprise we saw Dragapult Dusknoir kind of like take over because of
exactly. Yeah, it was interesting because again, I think Ted was, I think the 8 or 9 seed who played against a Zard, or sorry, who played against the other Dragapult Zard, Nettie. So like Ted versus Nettie. It was like, okay, I'm like, so now this Guardy will have to play Ethan, the number 1 seed, at Dragapult. And like, okay, and if Guardy wins, then maybe you can run the table. But if Dragapult can somehow beat Guardy, then Dragapult probably wins the table because it beats Zard. And that's exactly what happened, type of thing. Where I think almost that, top 8 match could have very well even decided the entire tournament, type of thing, based on how the bracket played out. So
we got Fabian back on the Dragapult Blaziken.
Definitely.
Top 16.
You love to see it.
All right.
Solid deck.
No Moltres? I guess we all need it.
You got Blaziken. You have both Blazikens.
You got Blaziken and Blaziken.
Yeah, Blazikens.
Exactly. Other takeaways is that, Grim with a much better than expected showing, right? We saw Raj and Kieran both make top 8 with Grim. They actually hit each other round 8. It was a Grim mirror match, which sounds completely awful to have to play. That
sounds terrible. I'll boss your Monkey Dory KO.
So Raj was able to pull that one out there. But again, Grim kind of going on like the unlikely run. Again, there's not a deck people have been super high on. Raj's list is, very slim, but it has a lot of the cards it needed to, and was able to put things together. It was, getting into finals against Jesper, right? I think it's a pretty squarely favored matchup in the Dragapult Zard, so good matchup from there. And did play the Toad School, and then they kind of put in some work against Josh. Josh told me in game 1 his last 2 prizes were Mega Lopunny and Super Rod, which I think would have made the difference and maybe turning that game. So I was rooting for him there. But again, shout out to Raj for a strong run, making it all the way to the top in Merida with a deck that not a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of Frostlass in our future, guys. Like, people are going to pick up Grim again. Like, the Frostlass Badoo deck, with Ascended Heroes is going to be good. I think we got a lot of Frostlass in our future. Yeah, Mega Star Me.
Even in Auckland, we did see Kaido, who got 2nd place in the tournament, was playing a
was he?
Grimmsnarl as well, yes.
Oh, it's all Pokesets, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I got the Grim. Yeah, I didn't see the Grim in the finals there. I wonder, do we have his list anywhere?
Probably on Twitter somewhere. We can chase it down later.
Yeah, because I just wonder if he played Toad Scroll or anything, any kind of text for it. Oh, we got the Ho-Oh Armor in top 16. Let's go.
Yo!
All right.
Just Australia things.
432 got top 30. Never mind. Oh, I go. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, I really liked what stood out to me. I'm always watching what Torret's playing. Torret did well. Again, got top 32. Absol box with the Moltres. And there's a stadium in here that we haven't seen in a deck in a while. And that's Risky Ruins.
It just came out, so
sure.
That's why we haven't seen it.
Okay, we just haven't seen it in a deck that did well, right? Like Risky Ruins. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with what Risky Ruins does, for any of your non-dark Pokemon that get benched, you put 2 damage counters on them. So if you have it in play when you play Trolley, every Pokemon you bench that's not dark gets 20 damage. So like, I was watching the game where like it was the mirror. He went like Arvin for Trolley, Energize. Okay, play the stadium. 20. Energize to double Monkey Dory. Your go. And I was like, that's a pretty interesting tech. I do like the Moltres. I've been playing this deck a little bit. You know what's weird about the Ruins? It kind of enables you to prize race people. Like, you can prize race Raging Bolt with this deck. And that's wild to say. But like, if you Evo and they just like take out your active, you take out your active, you're like, okay, because you just turbo to either Absol or usually I do Kangaskhan because it draws cards. And you say, okay, cool. Risky Ruins. Boom, or you can just go Moltres, because they just keep pinching the teal dancers and you're just like dying. So they usually have at least 2 teal dance down. So you just go Moltres, and then Blood Moon. So it's kind of crazy, man. I don't know. I wonder, like, they play so many Arvins. Why no Bangle? For the Gholdengo matchup. It's just saying, hey, like, Risky Ruins is enough, I guess.
Yeah.
So like, but
that's your damage mod, yeah.
It is hard to find the Risky Ruins, man. They got no way to search for it. And
You don't need search where we're going. We're drawing. You got Sprung Aaron. You got flip of the script. You got Lilies. We're chilling.
I did think if we should play like Cypher in here somewhere.
Nah, trust.
Cypher seems alright. I'm not gonna lie.
So
Yeah,
if
I
you're
mean,
into Kangaskhan, kind of broke.
That's what I'm saying. All right. What other standouts you want to talk about?
I don't know. I just think that historically, Europe kind of shies away from Guardy a little bit, and they play more Charizard decks for some reason.
Well, let's see what they're. I didn't look at the graphics. What were the graphics?
Yeah, I didn't look for this specific like tournament really, but like historically, I
Gardevoir
feel
was
like
8% day one.
That's not much.
That is not much at all.
Yeah.
Considering how good it is in
the
West.
Unclassified on the graphic. Okay. That's Rulage all the way down here. Okay. Yo, look what made the best of the rest of Birmingham Day 2. Greninja Dustar.
Greninja.
Let's
I mean,
go.
there were a couple of top 64 Greninja placements. A couple of solid players played it in Merida.
Yeah, the Losta and then Fabricio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look at their conversion rate in Day 2, 7 and 6%.
Definitely. I mean,
Very
again,
good.
Guardy's a deck that's going to do well. Europe just seems to shy away from it in general.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, look at those conversion rates. It's crazy.
If you do want to jump back to the standings for Birmingham, there was a notable deck with a strong finish all the way at 20th place. We saw none other than Alakazam in top 20th place at Birmingham.
And Carl Blake again.
Carl Blake, the player diff, showing up for sure. Locking in 20th place.
At that world.
The Jacques. All right.
Got the Jacques, got the Battle Cage. Now, I must disclose, Carl did not play against any Gardevoirs in an entire tournament run, but he's playing in Europe. So, but he's in Europe. No one plays Gardevoir in Europe. That was his best bet. So,
solid. Let's see, any other fun decks here?
Pidgeot Control.
There was a Pidgeot Control around 12.
Grass Monkey Dory, top 64.
I believe Sander Wojcik was also there playing Frost Monkey
Sander was. Yeah. He played with Ting Lu. He played Ting Lu.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I got 41st place. Sander, of course.
Our control player. He said he did want to play control, but didn't. But did play 2 copies of Ting Lu in his deck. The Ting Lu EX with the Curse Land ability. Launching an active spot, your opponent has a damage card in play, have no ability.
Except for Pokemon EX.
Yeah, except for EX. So, and then Ting Lu with the Ground Crusher does 30 to everything if a stadium's in play. And then discard the stadium. Pretty good. I mean, I like Ting. This guy. This Ting be doing Ting things.
Ting Woo.
This Ting be doing Ting things.
Yeah, I mean, shout out
Crushing Hammer.
yeah, the one Crushing Hammer. I'm like, there's got to have been a better card we could have played in there, right? Like second Pokegear. I mean, like, do we need that win con of just like knocking the dark?
Hit?
It's got to be just to get a dark or a luminous off of Monkey Dory, right? Like that's the only thing.
Well, it's got to be Dark Civic because if it was luminous, you should play E-Hammer.
Yeah, but Crushing Hammer can also discard luminous.
Yeah, but like, E-Hammer is really good right now because of Neo.
No. Well, also go ahead and jump to 58th place. We see an other making it in Birmingham.
No stop.
With Philip Kalstrup.
Got the Crustle.
Got the Crustle. But a couple other people, I mean, a lot of neat one-ofs in here. We see the Oricorio for some extra healing on the active. You see the Fighting Olay, the Zerosix, a bunch of different energies.
Ice creams.
Bunch of ice cream.
Grass, bro?
Actually, wait, no ice cream. Wait, no ice cream in the list. Just milk. Just fighting milk.
Why not just play ice cream?
Well, you don't have the energy. You don't have triple energy on it.
This is you never have triple energy because it's reversal.
Yeah, this isn't a Crustle deck. I mean, this
is not a Crustle deck. What is this?
Well, sorry, it is a Crustle deck. It's on an attacking Crustle deck. Like you're rarely attacking with the Crustle. You're really like walling with it, right? You're healing and then spreading damage back with Monkey Dory.
Sure.
Putting pressure on the resources with Zerosix or CC. A Luxcape Crustle is pretty hard for a lot of decks to get through.
It's true.
Yeah, Luxcape, Crustle.
2 Luxcape Crystals is even harder.
I mean, you just lose to. I mean, it's not attacking, so Chi-Yu never wins. Okay, all right. Interesting. How do we
Anyone's curious?
how do we not
Fill
deck
up.
out?
And just don't draw so many cards. I mean, you can start attacking, right? Like you can eventually attack.
I would say like against Zard, right? Like Zard can just deck us out.
Hey, you play 0/6. And then you play Iono and Lily, so you're never decking out.
Oh, sure.
Anyone who's curious, Philip went 0-1-1 against Gardevoir.
That's crazy. Actually,
I mean that's not great. It's a pretty bad matchup.
That's a terrible matchup.
no, that's what I'm saying. 0-1-1. Like,
Yeah,
not going 0-2 is good.
exactly. So
All right, anything else here? We got Lucario in day 2.
Let's go.
Luke. Let's go, Luke. Pretty standard.
let's see the 2 reversals. I don't know if that's an always inclusion, but that's cool to see.
Anything else down here is fun. We got Lopunny. We got 6 Lopunnies. Hey, yo, Lopunny said, "Hold my beer, bro."
Lopunny with a run back. Not in Merida though. Only one Lopunny thus far in Merida. Quite unfortunate.
All right, we got 6 Lopunnies. Maybe they're starting to figure it out. 81st. Look at your list, Ryan. What do we got? We got some Ciphers. We got some Pidgeots. We got the Klefki.
4 Hildas. Is that standard?
Yeah, because you want the Jet.
Sheesh.
You really want the Jet in this match,
True.
like in the deck.
I'm not a fan. I mean, people have been switching to this Charm Bunary. I'm not a fan. Like, you take 30 less, but it's not very relevant.
Where do you see your Charm?
No, the Bunary's attack.
Oh.
I'm playing this new
What does the other
Bunary.
Bunary even do?
For 1 energy, it switches from the active to the bench.
All right, fair. Okay.
Which in this deck is just a lot better. I think you could like more ways to push Klefki active. I don't know.
10 Greninjas in Europe? What the heck, bro?
No Guardies.
Jesus.
Again, Greninja enjoyers go to Europe because no one plays Guardy there for some reason. Especially if there's a North American event, like North American players are not crossing the pond to go play Guardy there. They'll just play Guardy in the Western Hemisphere.
You know what I told Phil? You know, because Greninja's his favorite. I said, you need to go just focus and lock in on Greninja for Orlando. Max ready the heck out of that deck and have a good time. Like, have a blast. All right, let's look at Merida, see if there's anything special.
A few Maridons. We do see the Mega Sharpedo appearance.
I'll go back to it in a second. They want to go show off Stephen Hamula from our group. He got 154th. But I think this list was interesting. This Maridon list, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this list has the Mega Metric and a Lopunny in it.
There's a whole lot going on in this list.
There's one major flaw with this list.
Don't say it.
Corrin.
There's 4 Corrin in this list, and that's Carmine. I mean, the supporters though, bro. Like, we ain't got 4 research, man. We got 44s.
I mean, Pablo Mesa with Carmine got 41st.
Carmine haters be sleeping.
Oh, sorry, I got 40th.
Carmine haters in shambles.
Yeah, I like the Lopunny. 2 Iron Lopunny. It's pretty good. Yeah. Max be loving his Iron Lopunny.
Yeah,
hey, problem is it's all still weak to fighting.
Yeah, true. No new type coverage. You just board with just efficient attackers.
It's fine.
That is true.
Solid list though. I'm gonna try it out. We gotta look at the Sharpedos. We got 2 Sharpedos in day 2. 206 Mauricio.
You mean oh no?
I just basing off their placements.
Man, this is standard. I saw a recent list, Parker, that was playing some E-switches from the Toxtricity Monkey Dories.
I tried it, but I'm like, I need more draw supporters.
Yeah, we need more draw support. I agree. I mean, this list has 4 Lilies, 3 Iono, only 1 Arvin, 1 Hilda. That's not even a lot, in my opinion. Stamp, though. Stamp.
Evo.
Stamp kind of good, though.
I just Lily's into it.
Yeah.
Duh.
Sure.
Got 3 Ultra Ball. It's fine.
But also, you're playing double Badoo, so like you don't want to Evo. So I'm okay with that.
Right, yeah.
I guess that is true, yeah.
Like in that specific build. Now, is that the right way to play the deck? I don't know. But if you're going to do that.
All right, how high do you think the
Copper.
Cynthia's card chop is?
170.
Sure.
I'm going to go top 100. Damn it.
257.
257.
No, he just missed out 256.
That's so sad. This is standard stuff. Battle Cage, is that relevant?
The 1/1 Toad Scroll line. The Watchtower. That's a little standout.
That's kind of good there.
All right, anything else? I think we could. Everyone good?
Yep.
Talking about tournaments?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move it on to our trivia segment. But before we do, gotta give a quick shout out to the best sleeves in the game, FCBC. Max, were you rocking Periwinkle this weekend?
I was back. Actually, no. Actually, well, so I did one little bit of a throwback. So I actually first used FCBC when they sent me some free boxes right before Merida last year. So I ran back. Again, they sent me orange and blue. So I actually rocked kind of the old school orange. But I'm rocking some. I've still got Periwinkle and some baby blues is my personal favorite. Why you gotta
mention those two colors on this podcast?
Wham, cry about it. Anyways, you got FSU colors on your hat from the Meow, so don't even worry about it. So.
Oh yeah, you got me this hat. Thank you.
Yeah. See, I'm not a born hater like you.
It is funny though, because they made this Meowth hat before the supporter card was out, like the Meowth that's coming out, and so
True.
maybe they were
Meowth stonks are going up.
Maybe we should be watching the hats from now on. For those of you listening to our podcasting platforms.
Is it gonna hit the corner? Is it gonna hit the corner? Oh, it's gonna hit the corner. So close.
Doing the whole computer thing with the
DVD
screensaver.
That's so funny. You got me on that one. I appreciate that. But anyways, maybe we should be looking at hats for like future cards that are coming out. So what's our NAIC hats this year?
Mega Charizard.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So yeah, I have limitless.com question. Shocker. All right. In the Phantasmal Flames format, this does not count any senior or junior finishes. At major events, according to Limitless, how many different archetypes include the card Moltres from Phantasmal Flames? How many different archetypes include the card Moltres from Phantasmal Flames?
Okay, this isn't actually as thoughtful of a question as it would be. So Dragapult for sure.
Thank you.
Dragapult for sure. Charizard for sure. Mega Absol for sure. What else do you think we're maybe missing, Parker?
There's probably
like who's just jamming in? Who can jam in Fire Energy?
I was trying to think like Pidgeot, but it actually just doesn't work in that. I don't think.
It could work in a Pidgeot control.
I guess it could if you just go like that and Bangle over and over against Gholdengo or something.
Yeah. I think it's more so if you're ever able to successfully shove that, then they can't boss KO your Pidgeot, because otherwise you just smack them again type of thing.
Do it again, yeah.
Right, yeah. I'll put it in a Pidgeot control, maybe, but there's not a lot of people playing it. Actually, no, I mean, there's gotta be on the contrary, maybe there are just better ways to beat Gholdengo with Pidgeot control, like just spamming Eries or corners, maybe not corners, I don't know, or tree lock, I don't know. So 3 for sure. Maybe Pidgeot control. I could see Pidgeot control. It's a little trickier one. What do you think? Any Ceruledge throwing in Moltres? Probably not. I know not people aren't playing Ceruledge. They probably think the matchup's still good. What else could be thrown in Moltres package?
Maybe the Armor Rouge. Maybe I don't think so.
True. Isn't Chiyu just better in that though?
Yeah,
probably.
It's only 1 energy. Yeah.
I actually have a hard time getting the tool.
Yeah,
I'm cool to send 4, and even if it's not Pidgeot control, maybe there's just some other random pile that works.
4 is fine with me.
Yeah. Eric, we'll lock in 4 different archetypes.
All right. You
Rob
guys are locking in 4. You said Dragon Ball Dusner. You said Charizard Pidgeot. And you said Absol. Those 3 are correct. And then you added one more just because.
Yep.
But you did not add enough. There is 7 different archetypes that include the Moltres from Phantasmal Flames. The archetypes that you missed were Charizard Dragapult.
Oh, God.
Okay. Whatever.
Even if you get that one, that's fine, right? Even if it's 6, right? You still got it wrong.
Okay, we'll say there's 6 or 7 that have it, right? We'll leave it at that.
Kangaskhan Bouffant. There is
some of them have been doing that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Zoroark.
I have seen that, actually. Yeah, I have seen that.
Our newest winner in the circle, Grimmsnarl. There was a Grimmsnarl that had Moltres in its list.
Yikes.
I think there was actually a couple of them, if I remember when I looked.
Those counts have to be awful, right? I mean, they're playing like Luminous.
We can check a couple of them.
I mean, they gotta be playing Luminous, right? Not Prism. But I feel like cutting into your dark count feels so bad.
Let's see. I'll pull it up for you guys and I'll share in a second. Okay. Moltres.
Nope. Yeah. I mean, Parker, I gotta say, I mean, again, if I'm sitting across from a tanky Kangi, I'm like, oh, this matchup's free. And they go drop the Moltres on me. I'm like, bruh, really?
I suppose it makes
what is
sense.
this list? What is this list? Okay, 8, only the 1 fire.
This is in Merida, by the way.
1 E-search for the 1 fire for the 1 Moltres? I don't know about that.
I mean, 1 secret box gets you there.
Sure.
However,
But you used your secret box to get a Moltres.
I mean, you do have 2 freezing shrouds in play, so it probably just KOs them right away.
That's probably right, actually.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think 3rd Frostlass is just better than this Moltres stuff, but hey, shout out to this player. I mean, that's an
they chose not
inclusion.
to play Badoo, so you can't just play Frostlass Badoo against them. They say, hey, this is how I'm gonna beat them.
True.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Wait,
I don't hate it.
But like, you can only do it once unless you use both of your night stretchers, or I guess if you have like Rod Artisan.
Yeah, it's just Rod. You're Rod Artisan in play, and Gholdengo doesn't bump it that much. You just go Rod Artisan.
You need the fire also,
Stretcher
right?
the fire.
Stretcher the fire. You stretcher the fire.
Oh yes, Grimmsnarl, the deck known for drawing so well, right?
Oh yes, Gholdengo, the deck known for ioning my opponent. They just have the cards in hand.
Wow, how? You play Lilies and you never get cards again for the rest of the game. Like you don't play like how are you getting cards? You do not get cards in
You got Tatsugiri, bro. It's fine. Tatsugiri plus balloon finds whatever we need.
Tatsugiri.
Tatsugiri is known for getting cards, right? Like, I don't know. Sounds copium to me. Wait, what place is this player?
It was pretty high actually. It was like 80th or something.
All right, you can keep going. I'm gonna check how many Dangos they beat. I'm not a believer.
Yeah, you're not a believer. Well, it's because you play Iona. Of course, you're not a believer.
Well, I don't know.
How many Gholdengos did he beat?
That's what I'm still checking.
Okay.
70th in Merida. Okay, that's his placement. I'll give him that. I'll give him
That's pretty
70th.
good.
70th against Gholdengo. 3-0. Hate to see it. So
I'm just saying, it works.
Maybe it works.
Hate to see it.
Work.
Maybe it's
actually Aaron's on at 602. I mean, that's a good run. That's a good run. Props to them. So,
all right. Well, Moltres is the technology for Grimm. In case you didn't know it, now you know. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about another change that Pokemon announced this week. So we previously talked about a tempo, a pace of play change that was going to be coming from Pokemon, but they did not actually update the rulebook previously. But they did update the rulebook this week, and they added another rule change. So, long story short, I won't read all of this, but our +3 turns in overtime are back. So now when time is called, it is your turn, and then there will be 1, 2, 3 more turns. Starting as of EUIC, they're bringing this back, and the overtime clock will be increased to 15 minutes instead of 10. Most notably that in the update that we got, and I don't have the handbook up. I'm not going to pull it up. We can just talk about it. The handbook update included a tempo of play line for a player's first deck search. And it says suggested time or suggested reasonable amount of time for your first deck search of the game plus shuffling is 45 seconds. Max, what's your instant reactions?
Yeah, I think one, again, we see this occasionally. We've seen this for the past few seasons when Pokemon will make a mid-season adjustment to some of their tournament rules, and ultimately, I think the mid-season adjustments are good. I don't want them to be making changes too willy-nilly, and again, if they're going to try something at the start of the season, I want them to try it a few times, like gain feedback over a few tournaments, and then adjust it from there. So I know there have been plenty of people that did not think there was enough time in rounds. The +1 turns did not give enough time for games to finish. You'd run into a couple 1-0 scenarios, or you'd run into situations where game 3 cannot finish. I think that here they are, working to try to find the sweet spot of setting, hey, there's a hard cap time of 15 minutes for this overtime. So you have to finish the active turn plus 3 more turns, 15 minutes total for that, which I think is ample time. And so I hope this lets us finish a few more games. So I think it's overall a positive change to see. And most importantly, I mean, there's been this gentleman's rule for a while where, players could take up to 2 minutes really for their first deck search to check all their prizes. This has been extrapolated a lot, and even into on stream at like IC finals, you go and see players that are completely sorting their deck to count all the prizes. So we just needed some sort of rule or some comment on it, and now we have that official comment on it, of it being 45 seconds, which I think is Pokemon's way of saying, hey, we acknowledge that there are some things you want to check for, and we'll allow you to do that some, but we don't want it to be excessive. So I think overall, pretty happy with the rule changes as they've been announced overall.
What do you think, Parker? You want to add?
Thank you. I'm
Thank
glad.
you?
I mean, as okay, so like the +3, like whatever, I guess, like I'm fine with it. If there's less 1-0s in the world, then I'm happy with it. The Dex search thing, like I'm glad they finally said something, because like I said, like I typically, I guess, watch more regionals than play in, and like it's kind of cringe sometimes when you see players, they got their deck all
It is, yeah.
all this, and then writing their note, and then they put it all back, and then I gotta get supporters, and the other guy's just sitting there like this, and like it's not like fun to watch, and like I don't know. So like it also is like a huge time manipulator. Like assuming both players do it over the course of 3 games, it's like 12 minutes of what would be play time.
Yeah.
Taken away by deck searching and stuff.
Sure.
Like obviously I wish they would just say, all right, during the setup phase, you may look at your prizes, shuffle your prizes, and then put them down. That would be awesome. But
yeah, it would be.
I think finally them saying something would be.
I do think. I don't mean to cut you off there. I do think prize checking is a skill.
It is, yeah.
And I think knowing what's available and what your resources are is a skill. And part of that is knowing what's in your prizes. I think this is going to be a good change for the game, right? And if you're listening to this podcast and you think it's not going to be a good change, you probably need to look in the mirror and go practice more. Like I say that with all respect, right? I mean, like even this week, as recent as Friday or Thursday, I was just practicing checking my prizes with the deck I plan to play in the weekend, right? Like I would just shuffle my deck and I'd put my 6 prizes face down, and I would try to search my deck as fast as possible and check my prizes as quickly as possible, right? 1, it allows me to know my list in and out, and 2, it just gives me experience checking my prizes to get more comfortable with it. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. Like, you got to practice like you're going to try and play in tournaments. Like, you can't, like, not take, check prizes at locals, then expect to check prizes at, a major and do well, right? Like, you're not in the same kind of mindset. So I'm glad there's a 45-second clock. I'm glad it's something that is, in the rule book that can be held accountable. Now, as a certified judge and somebody who will be judging more at regionals, hopefully, there's been a couple of comments that I want to address, right? There's been people that have been saying, oh, it's not going to matter. No one's going to hold us accountable for that. I'll only do this if I see the stream hold people accountable for every change, right? There's going to be adjustments, right? It's a reasonable suggested time. So it's not like a 45-second hard cap. But, if you're getting around that 45-second mark, you should say, hey, to your opponent, hey, man, can you finish up your duck search? You're great. And if they continue to do that and abuse it and they're not, you have to be okay with speaking up and saying, judge, and saying, hey, it's been a minute and a half. My opponent hasn't finished a deck search, yada, yada, right? And it's on the judges to hold the ruling accountable, right? You got to give it time. You can't just be negative Nancy, like, oh, it's not going to be, judged, right? Judges will adapt, right? It's a new rule. We got to learn how to judge it. When I judge, there's only one of me for every 50 of you, right? So it is hard. It's on you to kind of judge your table a little bit, and be comfortable speaking up. So it's going to change. It's going to take time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that prize checking is currently a skill. I don't know if it needs to be a skill in the game. I agree with Parker that there's a theoretical way that we bypass needing this altogether. I don't really think any of those ways are feasible. I think that, the player base as a whole can just, try to get more comfortable with the idea of on your first deck search, you're not necessarily needing to know what every single card is prized. I do think you want to check for, and this is kind of a general rule of thumb, but, if you know a certain matchup, like if you have a certain specific tech card for a matchup, like you should probably be checking that. I'm playing against, Jelly Guardian. I play a lot of Zaid for that. Is my lot of Zaid in the deck? Oh, hey, look, it is. Okay, because if it's not, then you need to play knowing that it's not available type of thing. And then other pieces, right? Maybe it's Pokemon, maybe it's energy, maybe it's boss's orders, maybe it's rare candies, kind of like, whatever those pieces are. Right? I don't know. I don't like saying that, like, oh, you just need to get everyone better at prize checking. I think it's more so like the way we approach prize checking can also change.
Sure.
You're slowly finding pieces kind of through subsequent deck searches.
I mean, part of your skill can be all my important ones now. I'll check my energies on my second search real quick. And, you can do those things along the way. You don't have to do it all right away. So those are all of our opinions on that rule change. But next up, let's have some fun. You guys ready to have some fun? Find out who was cooking this week?
Yeah.
All right. How many players do we have in day that didn't make day 2 in Birmingham? Let's see.
Probably around 400 that made it. If I had to guess.
Have... Jesus. Wait, did I pass it?
You scrolled past it, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so 434. 434 through 2341. Yeah. 434 through 2341 for Birmingham, and we're gonna do Birmingham versus Merida. That's what we're gonna do. So that'll be fun. Max, you want to explain to people what we do in Crispin's Corner while I set this up?
Of course, yeah. So in Crispin's Corner, the way we work about this is everyone loves to highlight the great decks that made day 2, but there's always some unspoken heroes and cooks in the kitchen in all these day 1s that didn't quite make it to day 2. So in Crispin's Corner, we randomly select a list that did not make day 2 in major tournaments from the past week, and pit them up against each other and decide who would win in that matchup and who was the best cook of our whole entire segment. So, and of course, as Eric said, this weekend we're matching up LATAM versus EU in Merida versus Birmingham. And Eric, I think we're pretty close to having our first few ready to go.
We've got Edwin Walter from Merida playing Gholdengo Lunatone.
We love some Gholdengo out here.
Another random number, 1167.
67.
Well, versus
anyone who doesn't know, there's a new side mini game in Beach Core Podcast where Parker and I look to squeeze in as many 6-7 jokes as we can purely for the irony.
So we have got Gholdengo on the right with Edwin versus Joseph on the left with Jelly Guardian. Looks to be a somewhat standard Chow build without the
no, it's not a Chow build, it's Sasso build. This is basically build. I think this is basically Sasso's winning list, I think.
Did they play 2 Charms?
Maybe only one. Yeah. Maybe a slight alteration.
I was looking to find Drifloon with 2 Charms, but there's no Drifloon. And then on the right, we've got standard Gholdengo with a Mega Mawile tech. Does have Lana's aid. Also has a picnic basket he can squeeze in there at some point. Premium Power Pro. Prime Catcher as the ace spec. Who wins this matchup? Parker, why don't you go first, since our Gholdengo expert is going to clearly tell us how Gholdengo wins this.
I mean, I see the Devo in the Guardy list, so I think it's got to be favored mostly off that. But it always is like a pretty up in the air matchup, I think. But the Devo gives them the edge.
All right, Maddox, rebuttal.
Again, I think the Stengo list is pretty decently built for Jelly Guardy. I do think the issue here is, is a little bit of, do you have enough energy to like chain and survive a Frillish Shuffle type of thing. We do the Lana's aid going along with the 11 energy. What is nice, like the Mega Mawile is like a decent little like checkmate option later if you're able to kind of save the energies for it. You can drop it and attach an energy to it and send it. But in terms of like the tools that Dengo wants to deal with Jellicent Guardy, I mean, right, you have Soul Rock, Vit Band, you have Picnic Basket if you get a free turn of items, and you have the Lana's aid. So I do think there's some decent pieces. It's a tricky matchup, though. I mean, like, it could really go either way. Again, Guardy does have the Devo, but I think Dengo does have the right tools in here to beat it. And Dengo player knows the matchup. I think they're favored in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm also going to give it to the Dengo player simply because Guardy always opens Diancie, and it's just checkmate from there.
Wah, wah.
Right.
All right, so congrats, Edwin. You won that one. Let's find another Latam, 1530.
And for anyone checking, Edwin did not play any Jelly Guardy.
We got a
So
one.
he knows the matchup.
We got a 1-4-1 drop Dragapult player versus.
Sounds like me.
It does sound like you. Versus 906 from Birmingham. We got a 4-4 Raging Bolt. All right.
These are the matchups we like to see.
We got Owl's Raging Bolt versus Dragapult Dusknoir. No Shaman in the list on the right side. Got a standard 4-4-4
jamming tower.
Got 3 jamming towers. The player on the left, the Raging Bolt player, does have the Mega Kangaskhan, does have the Sandy Shocks, and does have the Sniping Raging Bolt. Also, important to note, does play Water Pawn and 1 Water Energy. 4 counts of Crispin, 3 counts of Sada, and on the right, standard vanilla 3 jamming tower Dragapult Dusknoir.
We do see a rare candy, so a little bit of extra play here that does help
candy.
in these
You're
matchups.
Right. You're right. Sorry, I didn't see the candy.
Lily seems a little off, but
it's only 2 counter catcher.
Gotta fit 3 jamming towers somehow.
2 counter catcher, 2 boss. A little sus. Definitely, you're one of those extra counter catchers in this matchup. The Raging Bolt, of course, is just a Chilean bolt list that we saw Andres get second place with in Toronto.
I think so.
Did they
same
play
60.
Turo? Okay, I didn't know they played Turo.
Yeah. Again, I mean, this is a matchup where it's like, Raging Bolt is going to get ahead early, and then Dragapult's going to smack him with that Iono and Phantom Dive, and do they draw out of it? And the answer is probably no. I think the candy does. Again, there's only the 1 count of candy, but we do have 2 count of Hilda. I do think we have a little bit of extra explosive turns. So even if we are getting pressured out with Wellspring, Ogerpon, or Baby Bolts, I do like Dragapult with the 1 candy just having a little bit of play back into these matchups.
Yeah, the candy's nice.
A little bit. For me, it's leaning Dragapult a little bit. But Parker, what do you think?
I don't know. Like, I feel like the -1 counter catcher is actually like huge.
I do think that's very relevant. Yes,
because like you want to play counter catcher like most
every
of
turn.
this game probably.
Yeah.
3 jamming towers, just like.
I'm just gonna give it to the Raging Bolt because we got Baby Bolt and we got Sniper. We got Water Pawn.
Yeah, I think Water Pawn. I don't know. It's just like there's a game plan for Dragapult to like always win against this stuff.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe the Water Pawn changes that.
Maybe.
I feel like if you're going Water Pawn, then you're just forcing yourself to have to Crispin again. I mean, it's probably better to go Baby Bolt.
Yeah, you go Baby Bolt for sure. You just keep killing their energies and stuff. Yeah.
Actually, if anything, it's probably better to just like take 1 with Wellspring and then take 2 like the turn after that, maybe. And like hopefully just have enough board to like race them after that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, the issue here is like you said, the Dragon Ball Dusknoir, if they find the combo, can go like Counter Catcher, Rare Candy, Dragon Ball, Neo Up Energy, I don't know. Right? Like, no matter what the Raging Bolt does.
I'd slam the table. It did that to me.
Wait, that's what Dragon Ball does. Like, in like,
Well,
what? Like,
yeah, I mean, if they did that, like, I don't know.
Oh,
like
they do it turn 2. Like,
turn
like,
2, you just cry.
I don't even know if it's good to do that turn 2. Like, you're probably losing if you do that. Like, I'd wait another turn.
The play is gonna be like Dusknoir, Counter Catcher, Rare Candy, Dragon Ball, Iron 1. Like, do you got it? I win next turn.
Yeah, it's like,
so who we give it to? Okay, Maddox, you said Bolt.
I'm voting Dragon Bolt.
Parker.
I'm gonna go Bolt, but it's like closer than usual, just based on the.
Give me that Raging Bolt, bro. We got 4 Crispin up in here, bro. We're cooking. It's Crispin's corner. Can't believe you guys disrespecting my Crispin's corner like that.
For anyone curious, Bray, I'm the Dragon Bolt Dusknoir player, did not play against any Raging Bolts. And Kieran Reynolds, the Raging Bolt player, did not play against any Dragon Bolts.
That's so crazy. Actually,
our matchups are exactly how it played out.
That's so crazy.
Poor Kieran, I gotta say. So he was 4-1 going into round 6 and lost to back-to-back Alakazam.
Hey yo!
My God.
Hey yo!
Hey, here we go. Here's the sauce. Sam Lawson.
We got Grimmsnarl versus Spidops.
Oh no, I'd have to be Rocket.
We got Team Rocket Spidops, which has does have the Articuno, so the effects are no good, right? Like you can stop the damage, right?
No, it's damage.
Oh no!
No, it's not damage. It's just effects.
Oh, I was saying Grimmsnarl's damage.
Damage is not effect. Dang it, bro. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're cooked.
I think Grim does win this, but
I think Grim auto wins this, right?
It's not an auto win. Not an auto win.
They just go like
it's pretty bad though.
Spidops on the field.
You go like Iron Devo, like, GG.
Like the Devo hits so hard.
Yeah, the Iron Devo's gonna hit hard, bro.
I actually know, like, so Strike the Sleeper is kind of interesting here. Like if they ever leave too much damage on a monkey, then you can just like snipe it.
Yeah. I mean, are we talking a lot of it at all?
The Wobbuffet moves damage from one of your Pokemon. Is it just one of them, or is it all of them? Click on the card real quick. I'm pretty sure it's just one. The problem is, like, you have nothing that's like tanking that much damage because your Mewtwo gets one shot by a Grim. Yeah, from one of your bench Pokemon. It's not enough. I mean, like if they stacked up a lot of damage on a Spidops, then they could, in theory, like send it all back.
That's what we have to attack with in this matchup, right? Like,
yeah.
Because we can't attack with anything else. I mean, you can attack with Spidops if you want.
I mean, if they ever go into the Grimmsnarl, you kill it with a Spidops.
Okay. Do you kill it?
Do you kill it?
It's
30 times.
Yeah, if you have
need everything. You need full bench though.
You need full bench plus Divine Span, or just the bench?
No, just the bench.
Well, actually, you only need 5 because it's 30 times. So assuming they have one Froslass in play, then it dies.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the problem is just all your Spidops are taking damage. Like Wobbuffet is helpful, but if you're only like, I mean, like you have to heal. I mean, you have to heal like 90 off of Spidops, and then you need the monkey to go and take like damage the next turn. Like I don't think it's enough.
So are we giving it to Sam or nah?
I mean, unfortunately, it has to go to Grimmsnarl here. I think the triple Froslass is just too much, even though I want Rockets and Mewtwo to have it. But this matchup seems pretty cooked.
I low-key want to see this matchup played.
Alex, hey, I'll bring Rockets to League tomorrow, Parker, if you want to play
Grim. For sure. Hey, Max, can you tell us what Sam's matchups were when he went 0-2-2 drop?
Sure.
Well, I get the next one.
Just did not go great for Sam Lawson, unfortunately, but brought a super cool deck, which you love to see. Basically hit spread, lost to a Jellyguardy, tied a Dengo Rocks, tied a Poltnor, and then lost to a Dragapult Zard, and then went to go explore Birmingham.
All right.
So, how do you tie?
All right. Next up, we got Charizard Pidgeot versus Raging Bolt with a Ogre Pond Cornerstone in the deck,
and the Slitherwing
and the Psyduck too. Wow.
And Psyduck.
And the Battle Cage. All right.
Now this is a little more of an interesting matchup, actually.
But the match belt just goes so hard. The Charizard, bro.
Well, you got Cornerstone. It don't matter.
I mean, Dusknoir to you, bro.
Psyduck, bro.
Moltres twice.
I mean, they have the
We got
Klefki.
Klefki.
They have
We got
Klefki
Klefki.
Jet. That's a little
There's
rough.
no way Charizard loses this, right?
Only 2 boss is fairly relevant, in my opinion.
2 Evo though.
They're on 4 Sada
The
too.
battle cage though. Stops the Dusknoir.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll actually also wait. Sorry, you have the Moltres, which is also swinging. Between Moltres and Chiyu and the Jet Klefki plus Dusknoir, it's probably a little too much for.
Yeah, you see Charizard, you're like, okay, here's my Ogerpon, deal with it, you know. Oh, I put bench my Psyduck, here's my Ogerpon. Right.
Anyways, evolve into Charizard, Jet of Klefki, Dusknoir the active.
Dusknoir the active plus Moltres, like,
yeah, it seems pretty hard.
Stadium.
Moltres and Chiyu, bro, Daniel was really cooking. He was like, I am not losing the Dango.
Check his matches, probably still lost to Dango.
Bro, no. Moltres plus Max Belt?
Yeah, Moltres plus Max Belt just mean.
That is kind of rude.
Okay. Let's do one more.
Yeah, but TJ's list is cooking. I like the list.
Yeah, it's solid. You got the Battle Cage and the Psyduck. I was like a cornerstone in my what do you call it these days? So, all right, last one, 1531 for Merida. We got another Grim 151 drop. It was shout out Ribbon.
Wait, the Moltres technology.
Hey, yo.
Wait.
All right. 645.
Don't let it be a Dango.
It's gonna be a Dango. You know that, right? It's definitely gonna be a Dango. Oh
no, not the Dango.
Oh God.
All right, here we go. We got...
wait, the crab's pretty relevant.
All right.
It's played perfectly.
All right, we got the Grimmsnarl with the Moltres technology.
Wait, 6 dark. This deck's bad. You can't believe he played 6 dark.
He's got 7 darks. He's got 7 darks. Come on, he's got this.
No, that you cannot use Punk Up to attach a Luminous.
It's fine.
How are you finding Luminous, Eric? Tell us.
Let's see.
With what draw?
Always got it, bro.
Oh, I know the Ace Spec gear though. You do love to see that.
Okay, so
oh wait, Dango has a picnic basket. It's pack it up.
There's Badoo though. We got 3 stretchers and a Badoo.
But you can't Badoo and Moltres. Anyway, you have the Lanas for the Badoo.
What?
But he's saying Dango.
Oh, Lana. Okay, I see. Yeah. Sorry, I was so confused.
8-3 with the Mega Mawile is a little odd, but Mawile doesn't really matter too much here. Could be a little checkmate attacker.
Okay, so what do you say, Max? Are you beating this or what?
Again. Okay, the one E-Search, the one Nest Ball, the one Artisan, like
it's a secret box, bro. It's Arven. Every Arven equals Moltres attack. Every Arven is Moltres.
I do think this Dango has a few more answers. If you can build a board where you're going slow enough with just the one Dango type of thing, taking some early knockouts on Frostlass, they go into the Moltres, and you're able to go like respond with Cram with a single prize board. That's pretty good for you, since you're not having abilities to play other than the Lunatone. Picnic Basket is like very, very impactful in this matchup, right?
Yeah, it is.
And also, I think the big thing here is just like the 2/2 Frostlass, like, does make it a little weaker. Again, the Moltres is a problem. But if they don't have the damage with it immediately, then
maybe existent problem.
Turo, Yeah.
Listen, I like the Moltres a lot, man. Like that card is really good.
But 6 dark seems to be a little lacking. Like we're like at that point, like we're missing attachments on Monkey Dory at this point. Like that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
So maybe you can just Frostlass, Badoo, Moltres enough, and it's fine.
Maybe.
Parker, I think I gotta give it the Grim.
Hey, Maddox, final answer.
Born haters out here.
You give it a Gholdengo?
How did Ruben do into a? I mean,
I'm
a Gholdengo coper, so I might have to cope just because that's.
Let's see.
How I live.
He did not hit a Dango.
No data to back it up.
His only win was against Mega Venusaur.
Mega Venusaur.
Not the Mega Venusaur.
All right, I'm giving.
Anyways, Yeah, you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Crispin's Corner. Parker, who should pick for Crispin's Cook of the Week? What deck? Not a lot of good choices this week.
Yeah, it's all
Not a
pretty
lot of-
meta. I guess the sauciest was the boltless, right? The Psyduck and the
Psyduck,
Stone.
Battle Cage Cornerstone. Yeah, that had some stuff there. Zard with all the fire guys just said, "Hey, we're really hating Dango this weekend."
Yeah.
The Moltres and Grimm
Moltres
is
Grimm.
good. Other than that, all pretty some pretty
So
established
Parker, you're
archetypes.
saying the Bolt with the Battle Cage and Cornerstone?
Yeah, I gotta give it to that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going for Tech Out Owl Bolt.
Are you going for the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going for the Grimm with Moltres because Moltres is...
You know what's also
Moltres
is
is okay.
that the Moltres like one shots the grass stuff that you're weak to.
True. That is true.
But it does not one-shot Mega Venusaur.
It
No,
does
it
not.
doesn't.
It absolutely
Bro, I've
does
been
not.
playing the Absol deck. You know how many times I've hit Venusaur this week playing Absol?
Get farmed.
That's okay. They always bench 2 Teal Answers. I'm like, Moltres KO, bro. Moltres KO. Moltres
Mega
KO and
Venusaur
Teal
just-
Answers is crazy.
If Mega Venusaur just plays Mega Venusaur and like Meganium, like you just lose.
No,
Like,
it's
bad.
fine. We just in that matchup, I don't energize the Absol. I just energize the Kangaskhan and just flip some coins.
Flip 5 heads.
Flipping 4
I
heads.
can
don't
just
know
flip
that
3.
much.
You just got flip 3 because you have a Monkey Dory later. 380.
They could like
Hold
turn
on,
it
when they
and then
go
just
scoop
play
up
it all
Cyclone.
back down.
Exactly.
They do play Terra with the stadium, which is a little bit annoying, and also the attack heals 30, which is also annoying.
Or they play Wally's, move all the energy off. Wally's, move it all
Alright.
back.
Because we're having fun and we're having a shorter episode, I got one more fun thing for you guys off the cuff.
All
We're
right.
gonna play a quick Beach Court podcast version of Guess That Flavor Text, and this is from my calendar for today.
Sure.
And I have to use a blank in here because it says the Pokemon's name. So blank is the Pokemon's name.
Okay.
The color of the poisonous salvia. So sorry.
Huh?
The color of the poisonous saliva depends on what the Pokemon eats. Blank covers its fingers and its saliva and draws patterns on trees and forests.
Oh,
You know it already?
too easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, you're so good. Parker, do you know it? I'll give you some hints. Let me know if you need hints.
I feel like the answer's fairly obvious. I'm just like not thinking right now.
Okay, so I'll give you its height and weight. Its height is 2 feet 4 inches. Its weight is 60 pounds.
I'm gonna see if I can find this card while you're looking for it. While you're working on it, Parker.
Its category is a toxic monkey. And its type is poison normal.
What am I?
I wouldn't have gotten this. Maddox is just different because he just plays the game so much.
No, I think the answer is like so obvious. I'm just like too tired to think about it.
Bro, no. I thought I definitely bought a copy of this. Maybe I don't
Yep.
have it on me.
You don't have
But,
it?
I mean,
What other hints can we give him, Maddox? You got any other hints?
it has a card in standard that is similar attack to make it rain.
Does it?
Smeargle?
I didn't know that.
Wait, Smeargle's not poison. I don't know. It's not. It's graffiti.
Grafii.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got there. Good job, Parker. I'm proud of you. You got there. I would not have gotten there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not have gotten there.
You don't know about its attacks? Where's the attack? Yeah, from Paldea Evolved.
Yeah.
Grafii from Paldea Evolved has colorful graffiti. You may discard as many basic energy cards as you like from your hand. This attack does 40 damage for each type of basic energy you discarded in this way.
That's that one. Okay, got you. I
Yeah.
remember that.
So if
I
you
got
discard all 8 energy types plus fairy, then that's 9 for 360 damage. One-shotting anything. In
my next
expanded.
one. The first 3 words are "its fleece grows." What is it?
It's a Wooloo.
fleece grows. I mean, like gonna be a Wooloo or a Mareep or something.
That's a rape. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Or
Yeah.
dog. I mean, well, yeah. Well, I was thinking. Well, I mean, like it's. I don't know. I was thinking more like baby. When it's talking about like, oh, it's fleece. It's like, oh, it's a little guy. And it's like, oh, it's enraged when it's fleece, like,
It grows back in a week when it sheds.
the more you know.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Beach Court Podcast. We'll be back same time next week. Next week is our EUIC episode. We will come early and have it ready for you, and then we'll take a week off for EUIC, Valentine's Day, and travel. So that's our schedule for the next couple of weeks. So until then, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Well, you think we were done for the episode, but as we were signing off, we found out that TCG Live has posted an important update. So we're here to bring the news to you right now. Maddox, why don't you read it off? Let us know. Give us the highlights, and then we'll give us our opinions.
Again, I think the big piece here is that immediately upon the announcement, we discussed earlier on the pod, and that came out around the changing legality date for major tournaments. The questions were, hey, how's this affecting TCG Live? So honestly, I'm very impressed that they made like a very quick announcement kind of addressing things that day, and basically gave us a little bit of details on, hey, we understand that Live is an important area that you use to test and prepare for tournaments. So here's how we kind of plan to help that in the future. So the main update that they shared here is, they hear us loud and clear. One, I think just this communication is good. We always get this level of transparent communication. And they talked about, hey, we want to use, you have a different TCG Live environment in order to provide a safe trading space for in-person events in real time without compromising TCG Live's core mission of ensuring the latest TCG content is accessible and playable for everyone. So what they actually talk about is using the trainer trials game mode to simulate different tournament rule sets, which I think is a good middle ground. And you can use the main ladder for everything else, and then at least anyone who wants to play of a certain format can go to trainer trial. So they are said they're going to look to pilot this through a pre-rotation trainer trial in March with additional pilot tests to follow. So for anyone who does not know, the suspected rotation date, I believe the Parker, what's the set name? It's like something 0, right?
Perfect Order, right?
Perfect Order, yeah, perfect. I'm thinking, Perfect Order comes out, I think, like March 26th, for example, or around there. And Orlando Regionals is about a week after that, which is in pre-rotation format, but of course TCG Live will be post-rotation at this point. But this makes it sound like that they're actually going to keep a trainer trial environment, which will be pre-rotation for anyone who wants to practice for Orlando. Yeah. So, real quick, what's your take on this? Do you think this is the right direction? Do you think this is the approach you would take to manage this?
It's definitely the right direction.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Parker.
I was just saying, this is definitely the right direction. I don't know if there's a perfect answer for it, but
I think
it's good.
Parker, do you feel comfortable testing for a major tournament without a ranked ladder to actually use to go through? Because Trainer Trials currently does not have a ranked ladder. You'd be pairing up against, doesn't matter how strong of a player you are. It doesn't matter if you're, eat food 85 or if it's your first day for Orlando's your first tournament, right?
Well, I think there definitely is some kind of hidden elo, because it always puts me back to whatever the lowest thing is, and then I queue and I play against someone in Ultra Bowl tier. I think there's got to be some kind of hidden.
Okay, so you think the hidden matchmaking behind the scenes rather than an elo build? Okay. Yeah. Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good step in the right direction, like everyone is saying. I don't think we need ladder per se for testing for a tournament as it gets closer. Just somewhere to play game sequence, right? Especially if there's a deck that I just got this deck idea. Let me queue it up and let me see how it plays, right? So I like that. I think it's important to call out. And Parker, I know you don't work in the same mindset and world that Maddox and I do. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know what the term pilot means? What does it mean?
Piloting a deck?
No. And the terms that they're talking about here, what does pilot mean?
The first part of something?
Pretty much, yeah. So and that's why I want to call this out specifically, because not everyone knows what that term will mean. So what they're speaking of in technical terms is a pilot means we're going to do something quickly. We're going to do it in MVP style, which is a minimal viable product, and we're going to get it out, right? So they're telling us they're going to get it by, the pre-rotation for the next set for Perfect Order. So I assume our next major update, which will happen the Tuesday before the 26th, it will include both Perfect Order set and Trainer Trials will rotate to be pre-rotation. So pilot means it's not going to be perfect. Don't expect it to be perfect. That's what pilot basically means. It's hey, we're going to test this out, see how it works, and be agile and pivot down the road. I think it's important that we call this out, because everyone's going to see this. It's going to come out. They're like, oh, well, this doesn't work, or this is broken, and da. And it's a pilot. You got to understand they did this fast. Like, this is a quick turnaround, right? This is by far the fastest turnaround that PTCG Live has ever given us on like a notice, right? We got that information today. They got a statement out tonight, so that's pretty cool. I'm here for it. Like, moving in the right direction, and sounds like the TCG Live, they've got some good leadership again, and they're trying to communicate. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a positive move overall. And again, that's really what we want. Again, I think TCG Live is correct, and it says, hey, again, like I said earlier on the pod, but like, this needs to always be a place that I just bought a product off the shelf. I can go scan a code and play with those cards online. I think this always needs to be a place for that.
Yeah.
And people are always gonna be excited for the new cards to come out and want to play with them, right? Just because there's a small contingent of the overall player base that travels to in-person major events that wants to practice the format does not mean they should hold off rotation, for example, or hold off, Ascended Heroes. So I think they move forward with this, and I think something like this where they say, hey, here's your little tournament prep ladder that's a separate format, right? Building out different formats is kind of what we want. The same way people want to have true expanded, I guess there's already expanded ladder, but they want to have, true GLC ladders or true, ladders to different spots like this. And also trainer trials being different formats is like, cool. I mean, again, we could see us in a future, right? Sun and Moon cards are in Live. Like, they could just run like a Sumlot or something, or another popular format, older format, and have that run in trainer trials. So I think that opens the door for some extra cool format things they could do. Maybe they even go back to, hey, we're going to run a Sword and Shield format. Like, that could be nostalgic. I'd hop on and play some UV Max or something, You play Lost Box, bro. Right?
I don't know. It depends on what kind of Sword and Shield format it is, because if it has ADP in it, I'm flipping this table and I'm never playing the game again.
Maybe it's just broken Lugia format.
Dude, ADP was worse than broken Lugia, for sure.
No, but also, like, think if they approach this and, like, they say, hey, over the 6 months, we're gonna play through like all the formats of Sword and Shield block. And like every week they like add, that's something cool they could do. That's like a neat way to just experience the game in a different way, type of thing. What? Born hater.
Do not put ADP in the system, please, for the love of...
It's already in the system.
Can you play with it?
It expanded, yes.
Oh,
it's in the game.
That's terrible.
We can.
I mean, I'm talking about things they already have coded in, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our opinions. We want to give you a quick, our thoughts on it, and we'll be back next week. So for this time, we're truly out of here. See you.
See ya.